mine because it was in my ward. Councillor Everett.
Yes, Leader, this is the second time that this particular grant has come before Cabinet in the last year. We don't have any speakers on it. Nobody from outside the Cabinet wishes to make a comment on it. But I would hope that we would all agree, all members of this Council would agree, that this saga, as set out in the papers and in the previous Cabinet report, is completely unacceptable.
Not another one.
That is what led Cabinet last November to refer the matter to the police. The police have not been willing to take the matter forward, and we're now in a position where a grant which wasn't spent for the purpose for which it was given, and which the Council subsequently sought to repay, has to be repaid to the DCLG because they've requested it back. And we've only managed to secure £5,000 from the people who received the grant. I'm not willing to invest any time in defending this situation. I think it's a disgraceful situation. I have to say it goes back to 2007, when the current Cabinet wasn't in control, and even the previous Conservative leadership, I don't believe, was in place. But I think the Council should hang its head in shame over this matter. Nevertheless, I think we have no alternative but to move the recommendation that following the invoice received from the DCLG, the authority repay the grant, utilising the £5,000 reclaimed from the recipient, with the balance being funded from the unring-fenced grants reserve.
Do I have a seconder, Councillor? Oh, that's right, thank you. Councillor David Green, seconded. Yes, it is a disgraceful situation. It is something that has led to some of the question marks over the reputation of the Council. I think those matters won't happen so readily in the future because we do work better together cross-party, and that's why we're cautious in everything that we do now. What is particularly galling is that the people who had the money are still living rather nicely. And when members of the public contact me, and even today I had someone contact me to describe how the family that had this money are living with their private school, etc. It's pretty annoying for us, and we went as far as to get the police involved. But we have to do what we have to do because that's the rules. And I can say that when we were in opposition, I queried this at every stage, as did Councillor Watkins, because it was in our ward. And no blame at all to the present leader of the Conservative group. You weren't the leader at the time. But it happened, it's done, and we have to move on. And we have to be open, and that's why this is not on pink. Thank you. So could I just take a vote on the resolution, please? Right, members, we have agenda item 6, the Royal Sound.